Hello, everybody. It's Friday. I'm excited about Friday. Camera looks adjusted. There we go. Got my trusty side cat. You want to say hi? Oh, no claws. Hey, hey. I got you. No, she has no interest in being on camera this morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Friday, July 3rd, 2020. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Good. Strong. Probably stronger than I normally make it. I'm fine with that. Not a big fan of these antibiotics that I'm on. I just don't like how I feel. But what are you gonna do? Right? You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm glad it's Friday. I need some time. Probably gonna work roughly a half day. I don't know. There's some things I gotta do, and it depends on how productive I am this morning. If I'm very productive, I can make it a half day. If I'm not, then I can't. I got a couple Thursday episodes I got to record. Figured out what I'm going to talk about on them. What else do I have to do today? Work on the fight conditioning program. Chipped away at that a little bit. Set up the calendar. Looks like it's going to be a 5-week program. So I'm excited about that. It's coming together. It's coming. There's something there. I think you ever do something and realize that you're pretty good at it? I think that's what's going on with these programs. I think this is something I'm pretty good at. Now we just got to turn them into money. Had lunch with a friend yesterday, went to the gym, did a little bit of work, went and helped another friend with a photo shoot for her business, hung out after with some people, pet some dogs. It's a pretty good day. Landscaper came yesterday, so I keep looking outside. The place looks great. Looking forward to getting outside and doing some work in the yard this weekend. There's a tree that's got to come down, actually 2 of them. I'm gonna have to get some new apple trees and start planting them to replace what's there, because I think they're starting to reach the end of their life. And I'd like to have some new apple trees underneath to take over when they don't make it. What else can I say? What else is going on around here? Finally cooled off last. It was a hot day yesterday. I didn't expect it to be. It got up to about 90. I didn't like it. And today, work, a client, who knows what else. And then this weekend, so this is an interesting American Independence Day, isn't it? It's like everything else, it's canceled. I mean, the day's still there, but the celebrations are pretty much gone. Typically, I'd be spending part of tomorrow at my parents'. There's a big parade, and their house is right on the parade route. No parade. Heard from a lot of people yesterday that they're going to go swimming or go to rivers and go tubing, those kind of things. My brother is having a pool party, so I'll go up to that. That'll be nice. I'll probably get some time on the motorcycle this weekend. Just kind of looking forward to being around. Might go work out with the formerly CrossFit gym tomorrow morning. I haven't done that in a while. Which means I can't sleep in, which I'd really like to do. I'm torn. There's some stuff weighing on me. You can probably tell if you're a long-time listener, watcher, viewer. There we go. There's the word. And let's see what you all wrote in. I'm responding to Richard's comment right now, referring to Zuza as co-host Zuzanator. And we've got some jokes from Frank. Oh, shit. I love Frank's jokes. All right. Why do bananas use sunscreen? Because they peel. What does the sun drink out of? Sunglasses. When do you go at red and stop at green? When you're eating a watermelon. My company is better at making sun cream than our competitors, but I don't like to rub it in. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went. Then it dawned on me. Some nice summer-themed jokes, courtesy of Frank. Thank you, Frank. And he's got a few quotes here for us. Always enter like a kitten and leave like a lion, but never enter like a lion and leave like a kitten. Always be humble. Carlson Gracie. This quote makes me think about competition, right? Walking in timid, or at least humble. I think the quote talks about humility. Walking in humble and, let's say, dominating or at least winning and leaving proud. When we think about lions, yeah, we think about their roar, but they don't roar all the time. What do they do most of the time? They just they're there. They exist. They walk around. They're proud. They're regal. You can feel the vibe. And there are people like that too. They walk in a room and they command attention, not because they wear flashy clothing or they're loud or they don't do anything to get attention. They don't care about the attention. But they command it because of who they are and the presence that they bring. And there are plenty of people who try to fake that. You know, a large number of people, not everyone, but a large number of people who show up dressed flamboyantly or, you know, with fancy jewelry or, you know, post all over Instagram about their fancy cars. What are they doing? It's false confidence. They're looking for attention. Why do they want the attention? Because they feel they need it. There's something missing. Now most of us are guilty of this. I am guilty of this. I absolutely am. I'm not pretending I'm not. I like when people pay attention to me. When there are more people watching this show, that has an impact on me. Right now, I'm not afraid to admit it. There are 0 people watching live. It's a Friday. Fridays don't usually have the viewership that we typically do. Actually, this week's been up a little bit. We've had 4 people watching at a time quite often. Is that a lot of people? No, of course not. But this is kind of a niche show. It's a morning show about martial arts. And I have learned over the last few years that most of the videos out there that people want to watch related to martial arts are how to do things and why this is better than that. We don't do that. That's not our jam. Speaking of what our jam is, Martial Arts Radio's episode yesterday, I posed a question: is martial arts inherently sexist? And I asked for feedback, and I've been getting a lot of feedback. It's been really, really nice. Because here's the thing. I'm male. I'm not female. I don't know what it's like over there. I don't know what it's like to be a woman in martial arts. I grew up as a boy in martial arts, not a girl. And that means that I don't have the full understanding. So the more people that write in, which I've got a number of emails, I'm really pumped, it helps my understanding. If you haven't checked out that episode, it's a little bit different than the style that I usually bring to an episode, to a topic. And you should check that out. You'll find it here on YouTube. It's elsewhere also. So, yeah. Let's move on. If you train worst case scenarios consistently, they will no longer be worst case scenarios. Rener Gracie. A lot of times when people train whatever, self-defense, etc., so much importance is placed on the attacker and punching in the right place, or making sure the timing is right. And because of that, I've witnessed martial artists who've trained for decades not be able to respond to a free-form attack. You need to be ready. And that's a skill. If you watch videos, or if you've been in a fight and you know that it's sloppy, it doesn't look good. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. It's going to be messy and gross, and it's not going to look like a fight scene in a movie. It's okay. Doesn't matter. What matters is you survive and get away or protect someone. You know, the priorities are different. And I wish people were willing to accept that better. I wish self-defense was more freeform. In some schools it is, plenty of schools it is, not all of them. I wish more schools would just say, hey, here we are. You're going to throw any one technique at half speed and you're going to respond to it. Go. It's a good thing. People learn by making mistakes. They learn by losing. Instead of setting people up for success, we should set them up to learn. I learn every day. I screw up every day. There are always things. If I sit here right now and I replay yesterday, there are a bunch of things that I would do differently. None of them are big. They're all small things. But they matter. It matters to build on those lessons and move forward. So to look at this quote another way, if you spend all your time with the best case scenarios, with the easy stuff, the stuff that looks good, you know, shiny fight scene sort of training, there's always going to be that realm of dirty, messy that you're not going to be prepared for. But the more time you spend there, the less scary it is. Who's more scared of going into the rough part of town? The person who lives there, or the person who doesn't? One more quote for the day. Champions aren't made in the gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision. Muhammad Ali. We talked yesterday about Mike Tyson. I would have loved to see a fight between Ali and Tyson in their prime, because their styles were so different and they were so dominant and so charismatic. I think it would have been a great fight. And they're both champions. Champions aren't made in the gym. It's an attitude. If you look at champions, and forget the ultra best of the best, forget about the Olympic level. Let's bring it down a notch. The vast majority of those people got there because they worked hard and they wanted to do it and they made sacrifices. Growing up, I had no innate physical ability. When I think about my time in competition, I outworked everybody. When I started competing and doing forms in competition, and I sparred too. My sparring was okay. But forms is where I really learned to shine. And that came from working really hard. I remember when it started and I was, 5th place, 6th place. And slowly I started to creep up because I outworked everyone. Because I learned. I paid my dues. I learned how to carry myself. And I would train 4 to 6 days a week. I got good. If we want to use the word champion, the champion that I was then wasn't because of it was because of my time in the gym, but my time in the gym was because of who I was. You could put anybody in a martial arts class 7 days a week, 4 hours a day, and they can go through the motions. They're going to get better, but they're not going to get that much better. You have to want it. You have to put something into it. You could say the same thing. Take a look at bodybuilders. And before you dismiss all of them as being steroid riddled, plenty of them aren't, especially on the amateur level. A lot of those people spend just as much time in the gym as people who don't look anything like them. What's the difference? It's their approach. They approach their workouts with more intensity, more importance. They prioritize the other things that go with it, like food. All these things matter. We tend to think of champions as being something in sports. But if you take that attitude, forget the word, but take the attitude, that applies to everything. You could be that as a parent or as a spouse or as an employer or an employee. You can bring that drive to whatever you do. And I think you should. I think everybody should have at least something that they're really passionate about in their life. People who are passionate make the world better. Maybe you're passionate about your training. Maybe martial arts is just something that you love to do, but your passion is something else. Good, be passionate about that. What am I passionate about right now? All these projects we have at Whistlekick. I'm passionate about changing the world. I'm passionate about giving everything I have to further martial arts. I'm not going to stop. When will I stop? When I die. Hopefully that's not for a long time. And I think that's a good place to end. So a few things before we go. First, leave me some comments. I'll answer them on Monday. Quotes, stories, questions, hypothetical, whatever. Drop it below. I'll answer it on Monday. Remember, we do the show every weekday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern here on YouTube. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when we're going live. you get the reminder, and you get access to all the other stuff that we do. Stuff? That was unintentional. Stuff that we do here at Whistlekick. If you want to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/whistlekick, I've got one of the things on my agenda for today is the Patreon exclusive video. I do an exclusive video episode that goes live at a certain tier. Next tier down gets the audio, and next tier below that just gets text. But I try to make sure I give you guys more than enough to justify what you contribute each month. You can also support us by making a purchase at whistlekick.com. And right now, if you haven't, go to Amazon. We're blowing out all the sparring gear. We have to start over with Amazon. So anything that's over there, go check it out, buy it. You're getting a heck of a deal. We've got plenty of stuff that's like under $20. Stuff that's typically 35 plus. So go check that out. What else are we doing? No, I think that's good. I'm going to go, get some work done, hopefully start my weekend early. And I hope whatever you're doing, you bring a champion's mindset to it. Whatever you do today, approach it with vigor, with passion. Do the best you can at it. Maybe not everything, because that can be exhausting, but something. Pick something that you're going to just knock it out of the park today. I'll see you back here on Monday. Take care, everyone. Peace.